Welcome back to the Miller Mice podcast. My name is Owen. I'm here with my brother Silas. Silas, how you doing?
I'm doing splendid.
Splendid.
Yeah, you made fun of me last week after, I've had pretty stale openings to these things. Yeah, so splendid. I came up with a new word.
Yeah, I won't make fun of you now.
Okay, good. That was the goal. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about. Last week was more interesting than the week before, and we had a lot of fun last week regardless. So this week, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun. There was a lot of good games. There was a lot of bad games, and that's what makes college football so fun. You could sit there for 12 hours straight and not get bored because there's always a good game to watch, even though the game you were expecting to watch was really bad.
And you did sit there for all 12 hours.
I did, yeah. That's what Saturdays are for the fall. You can't blame me. I know some of you did too, unless you're not human.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't.
Right. Yeah. You've been watching too much Unsolved Mysteries.
Stop that. Okay. Yeah, we've been watching the new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix and also some of the Robert Stack ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't think there's
maybe
any
you've been
out there
watching too much college football.
Well, here's the real question: who would they be fans of?
Who?
Aliens.
Oh.
They're like extraterrestrials.
Indiana, UCF, probably.
Indiana, they both lost.
I didn't say they cheer for winners. I'm just saying that's probably who they probably cheer for.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're going to get into our first and 10. Silas, are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go. I'm excited as much as I really can be.
What was that supposed to mean?
Well, my team lost.
Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're not excited.
Well, not for the one. For the others, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay.
We're diving in. First and 10. Silas, after we, cut, you whispered under your breath, I don't want to talk about this. You don't want to talk about...
I don't.
We're going to recap the week, and the one you don't want to talk about is the one we're going to start with. We're going to get it over with, quick and painless. Today, we got vaccines.
We got
vaccinated.
That's not what we were supposed to talk about.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, we wanted to get this over with. I don't really like getting shots, and we got them today.
Oh, yeah.
And now that it's over, I'm fine. But, I did not want to... You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, our arms are flopping like
I
spaghetti.
can't. I can't feel my left arm, but other than that, I'm fine.
Right.
It wasn't the vaccine, that you guys are probably thinking either, because they haven't
gotten... That's what I was thinking.
It's not out yet. We can't get that yet. So.
No, but I do get those CNN, updates telling us that it's 70% effective. I'm like, when's it going to be out then?
That's not the vaccination we got.
No, no.
I'm about to give you a shot. It's gonna be quick and painless. It'll be a little burn at first, but we're talking about the Bedlam game.
That is exactly what she said today when we got our shots.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Quick and painless, just a little bit of a bite.
A bite?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna bite you with this real quick. Oklahoma State. They did not play to the way they needed to play, and they lost to Oklahoma. And I'm choosing my words a certain way here because I don't want to hurt you. But Oklahoma, they kind of they beat them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So, not what I was hoping to have. Going into this, I picked Oklahoma State to win because guess what, guys? I like Oklahoma State a lot, and that is not what I wanted to happen this weekend. First of all, who's the easier team to root for here?
Okay, you can't do that.
Why?
You can't.
But
there are people who live in Oklahoma who, believe it or not, don't cheer for Oklahoma State. They actually cheer for Lincoln Riley and the Sooners.
Yeah, well, no one in their right mind...
Are you here to talk about Oklahoma, and how they beat Oklahoma State? Or are you here to sway these listeners to cheer for Oklahoma State? Because I don't think that's what we should be doing, Silas.
Well, I do.
No.
Here we go.
This is no adult. Stop it. All right, I'll let you.
Okay. Guys, we come out of halftime in Bedlam, and us Pokes fans, we're hurting. It's 27-13. We're getting our butts smacked, and on the sideline, there's Holly Rowe. She's getting ready for her interview back from the half. And guess who waves at her? Guess who waves at her? Waves at. Shouldn't you be focused on a game?
Right.
He waves at a reporter. It's Spencer Rattler. Okay, if you were listening to that game, you guys heard this. But Holly Rowe, she's reporting. She's like, guys, guess who just waved at me? It's Spencer Rattler. He was like, hi. And I was like, oh, you're doing great out there in your first Bedlam game. And he's like, oh, thanks. We're about to turn it up in the second half. And I look at my dad, and I'm like, did he just wave at the reporter to get attention? To get, the fame or whatever you want to call it? I can't think of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, to get... I don't know.
To get on TV.
Oh, but he's on TV. He's playing football for Oklahoma.
But, he wanted to get interviewed, and he wasn't going to. He waved at her.
Okay, so okay. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to follow here. So you are upset at Spencer Rattler
For waving.
For waving at Holly Rowe?
Yeah.
Because Spencer Rattler is the quarterback for Oklahoma. And
they're not dumb.
Who's not dumb?
The people threw that thing.
Through the mic! Listen. Okay. Spencer Rattler, quarterback at Oklahoma. You're upset with Oklahoma. You're a little butthurt.
Hey.
Excuse my French, but you're a little sad that Oklahoma beat Oklahoma State. And the thing you want to talk about is that Spencer Rattler, your nose is flaring, is that Spencer Rattler
waved at Holly Rowe.
And you think it was he did that to get interviewed after halftime?
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of I don't like the guy. So I understand where you're coming from. I think I don't like the guy, but I have to be careful. He's a college student just playing football in college. So
Is he just playing football?
Yes, he's just playing football. And he's going to get paid a lot if he keeps doing what he's doing in the future. Silas, I am here to talk about Oklahoma State.
Are you?
Yes, I want to hear your opinion about how the game went, what they should have done differently, and what Oklahoma did right. Can you do that for me?
Well, Gundy can't win Bedlam.
No, he can't beat them.
That's your first clue. And then, your quarterback gets hurt right away because Oklahoma once again throws him down on his head.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a good move. Cheaters.
Oh, stop it. I will move on to the next game if you do not pull yourself together.
Okay. Good win, Oklahoma.
Is that all?
There.
That's it?
That's all I want to say.
This is insane. This is insanity.
Why?
You're so upset. I get it. You can't act like this, man. It's unprofessional.
And then they showed you could read his lips. Spencer Rattler, after they scored, he's like, "Get these boys off our field."
You read his
These
lips?
are my boys.
Oh my goodness. Well, your boys can't beat Oklahoma. So do you want to talk about that? Because I want to know. I want to know what you feel like is the right move. Is it coaching? Is it the players? It can't be the players because the players, they're all seniors. They all came back to beat Oklahoma and it didn't happen. It's very disappointing. I understand. What do you think the problem is? That's what we're here to talk about.
I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint sometimes, but the defense struggled early, but the offense all year has been the problem, not the defense. So when the defense is trying their best and the offense is just let's call a bad play call.
No, do you want to put it on injuries?
That doesn't help.
Chuba was hurt. Spencer Sanders.
Yeah.
That kills.
Yeah, Chuba's not even 100%. Wow. I mean, Oklahoma's lost their guys too, but there's just a talent gap sometimes, and it's a pain to watch if you're an Oklahoma State fan. And yeah, that's what does it every time. And Lincoln Riley's definitely a better play caller than
Mike Gundy?
Well,
with the offensive.
Yeah, Casey Dunn. So Lincoln Riley finds ways to get through that defense, just like Texas did, and just like Oklahoma did the year before, and just like Texas did the year before. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Silas, I meant for that to be quick and painless, but like we had to. You just had to do it, Silas, and I'm disappointed. Are you okay now? It's over. I feel like the last 30 seconds of what you said there was actually really good, so I appreciate that. It took freaking 10 minutes to get there, but we did it. So I'm very sorry about the loss. I don't know what to say when it comes to Oklahoma State and what to do, but anyway, we are moving on. It's over. It's over.
Okay.
It's over. Ohio State, Indiana.
Good news.
Good news. Good news for Ohio State fans. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're an Ohio State fan, that's good news. If you're also an Ohio State fan, that secondary is bad news. We'll get to that later. But yeah, Indiana. If you're an Indiana fan, good news because they played well. I mean, you can't say anything other than that. I mean, they torched Ohio State's defense, put up 35.
Mm-hmm.
Not many teams can say that, honestly. If you're playing Ohio State, you're not going to score that much. Rutgers came close, but that's because they were throwing out stuff that, I mean, we're not going to even get into that. But yeah, so Ohio State, great win. They pretty much dominated the whole game. They were up by 21 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But and it feels like the exact way that Rutgers did. They get up big and then they kind of just ease off the brakes and let them come back, and then it gets close again, and then Ohio State finds a way to win. You can really just tell, though, that this Ohio State team is just not what they were last year. The offense is probably even better. If Justin Fields, he needs to come back down.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to do way too much too early.
Yeah.
And that was weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was uncharacteristic. But the run game, it's like when one thing's not doing so well, the other is. So when Trey Sermon and Master Teague were struggling early in the year, Justin was slinging it around. And then when Justin can't do much, then here comes Trey Sermon and Master Teague running for about 150 yards each.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good news. The offense is not the problem. They put up 42 again. I mean, you can't say much more than that. And then the defense is a little more of an issue. Good news, Shaun Wade got his first pick of the year, first pick 6 of his career. In Indiana, your defense played well. I mean, you've got a very good defense, and I really think you have a good chance against Wisconsin coming up. So yeah, that game was good. They both teams struggled at points. Both teams had really high points. And yeah, that's what I have to say. Good win for Ohio State. They're one of the top 4 teams. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Day is good enough coach to get them figured out. They've only played 4 games, guys. I mean, Alabama's played, 8 now? So they've got time. They've got time to fix that. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Great. I do want to touch on the pick 6. Shaun Wade had the interception for a touchdown. It was really funny going into the game. You made a house announcement. You're like, guys, today's the day. Shaun Wade is going to get an interception.
Yeah.
Did you call the touchdown or did you just call the interception? I can't remember.
I think I just called the interception, but then, hey.
Yeah, it happened.
He said, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it for you, and then I'm going to exclamation point.
Boom.
Yeah.
He dotted the...
He dotted the I.
He dotted the I. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I wanted to share that. It was like you said it a couple times, too. You were just like, guys, today, Shaun Wade, interception.
Yeah, and then you were making fun of me because he was struggling early.
I wasn't making fun of you.
You were. You were like, Shaun Wade. Who's that?
I just give you a hard time. He's not having the season that he obviously wanted to, and you always talk about how his draft stock's dying. So you throw it up and I dunk it is all. So I'm just I just give you a hard time.
Okay.
Shaun Wade is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, for goodness sake.
I think that's all he needed, honestly.
Yeah.
To get on track a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to see the ball go through the hoop.
That's a different sport, Silas.
Yeah, but it's not.
Indiana. So Indiana, it's kind of been a running joke. I've been like totally, cheering for that, like not cheering for them, but like supporting because I feel like their coach. Do you feel like this whole thing's just a sham, or do you think like they actually have a good program? I know like you questioned the Penn State win, and then with Ohio State now, I mean obviously like they were in control of the game for a really long time, and then Indiana, just throws the ball up, and somebody goes and gets it.
Yeah. Tom Allen's got them believing.
That's exactly what Dad said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always what Dad said.
Well, no, it's
No. He makes amazing points. You go back and watch last week. I mean, there he is making good points. But yeah, Tom Allen's got his team believing with the LEO, love each other motto. It's kind of like row the boat to an extent. But yeah, these guys love their coach. They love each other. LEO, hence the name, and they love winning football games, and they're not just going to cave in when Ohio State has a pick six and goes up by 21. That's just not them. And I think that is what makes a program good, like really good. And take that and times that by talent, and you've got a really elite football team. So if Indiana could start getting recruits and playing to that level, they can be something really special. But here's the kicker for me is once they start to become a team that's not an underdog, how do they respond to that? I feel like they're thriving right now off of being that team that's no one really, believes in them yet. No one's really expecting them to do much. And I feel like that's why they have such a, they want it so bad. Because they want to prove people wrong. And once they lose that because people are like, okay, yeah, Indiana's good, then that's when it starts to get interesting. So
they're having such a great season, and they're doing things that Indiana doesn't normally do. I mean, they always in years past have they never win it, but they're close. So it's actually I'm proud of them this year. I want to see them keep doing what they're doing, even after the Ohio State loss.
Yep.
Let's move on to Wisconsin and Northwestern. Whoa. What do you think about Northwestern, man?
I am not surprised. You guys, that sounds cliche, but no, Northwestern's good football.
Of course you say that now that Northwestern won.
That's why I just said it sounds cliche.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. So I literally thought that Northwestern could win this game. It was at home. Pat Fitzgerald is a very good coach. They always play Wisconsin really tough. And to have a good football team that's winning games, that's played 2 more games than Wisconsin has, that always helps. And then, once again, they're at home, and then, boom, they win. And they win, they dominated the game. Graham Mertz was a guy that looked kind of, inevitable for a little bit this season. And then to throw that many picks, to fumble the ball, to cause those turnovers, that's just really good news for Northwestern Wildcats. And I knew they wanted this one. If you watch ESPN, Greeny goes there. He's losing sleep. Fans wanted this for them. And this is looking like a team that's going to go to the Big Ten Championship. Their schedule is pretty awful. So there you go. You're going to have a chance against Ohio State, more than likely. So
we pretty much knew going into that game, the winner was going to be the Big Ten contender against Ohio State. If Ohio State, continues to win games, we forgot to do our first our top 10.
Oh.
We always start with top 10.
Yeah,
we're gonna close it. We're gonna close first and 10 with top 10. So we'll come back to it. I think it's cool. We wanted to get the
Bedlam.
Oklahoma State loss over with. Sorry, you had to hear that again. Chip Kelly back in Eugene.
Hey, going out west. Going out to that West Coast offense. Yeah, so this is interesting to me. Chip Kelly, he was the one that started that whole air raid offense. So I'm thankful for you, Chip Kelly.
You and the air raid offense.
I love the air raid offense, and he's the one that started that. Him and Mike Leach down at Texas Tech at the time. But yeah, Oregon, this was a team that Chip Kelly turned into a contender because of this. No one was expecting this. The shotgun, the passing. It's what is this in a way? What are they doing?
I remember when you tried to introduce air raid into soccer.
Oh yeah.
You tried to do that, and I was like, what are you doing? Like soccer, has kind of been around forever. You don't just introduce air raid into soccer. It was worth a shot though.
Yeah, you got to kick it up in the air.
You just want
You got to get that thing going.
just the defenders on the opposite side of the field just boom it into the goal.
Yeah, you can't. The whole like passing it to the guy like behind.
Setups and all that crap.
Yeah, what?
Just kick the ball in the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It didn't.
It was worth the shot though. I was proud
it's
of
not
you
over.
for it.
That's not over.
You're still trying?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I might actually become a coach one day because of it. I might be the next Chip Kelly of soccer. MLS.
Have you ever played soccer?
What? Why are you doing
Answer
that?
the question.
Why are you saying that stuff?
What stuff?
That doesn't matter.
You know what? Did Eric Spoelstra ever play basketball? Probably not.
Dude.
What?
Of course he did.
No.
Dude.
Look at him.
He was the fifth grade most improved player at basketball camp.
I did hear he was the leading scorer at Stark State Community College. It's the only community college I could think of.
Yeah. Except he's probably from Florida.
Moorhead State College.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Moorhead. Best community college there is. All right. But yeah, so what were we talking about?
Chip Kelly.
Oh, yeah, Chip Kelly.
Introduced the air raid, and now he's back in Eugene.
Yeah, so that's not working no more. Like, everybody's doing it now.
It's not working for Oklahoma State in the air raid offense? Not when Spencer Sanders is out. The true freshman.
They haven't been aerating with the whole, with having Chuba and Sanders can run. They haven't done that.
We're talking about Chip!
Oh, yeah, Chip. Yeah, so he's at UCLA now, and everybody's doing it, and it's like, well, where do I stand? I'm like the pioneer of all this.
You know what I say he does? Introduce something new. A new, I don't know.
Run raid.
Call it the Blitzkrieg.
The Blitzkrieg?
I don't know. Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg?
Come on. Okay, whatever.
Is it a movie reference?
No, it's not a movie reference. Like, air raid is like a war term, and so is Blitzkrieg. Come on.
I don't know. But, okay, so...
Okay. All right. Moving on.
If you put this into perspective, Chip Kelly was like the pioneer of all this.
Mm-hmm.
And now, they've built the town. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's new generations coming up, and that's just old man Billy. Chip. It's old man Chip. The loony guy who apparently started all this. He's the one who stuck the flag in the ground and said, this is where we're going to live for the next...
What is this picture you're painting?
You don't get it?
I get it.
Okay, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And it's kind of like, where do I stand now?
Right.
Within these... They don't respect me deservingly. I mean, they can't win football games. But they almost did this week against Oregon.
But they didn't.
They didn't. Because honestly, Mario Cristobal is a good coach. Is he a great coach? I don't know.
Is he elite?
I don't think so. And I mean, we can get into that another time, but Mario Cristobal has a lot of close games, it feels like. Like Oregon is not dominant like Alabama, Ohio State, or Clemson.
Oh gosh, no.
No, they just kind of just squeak by every week, and it's like, go get them, Ducks. Good job. That's what they're thinking out there. Rumor has it, there's a bunch of little kids that say, hey, I'm an Oregon State fan now.
What?
That is never the way it used to be.
Where did you hear that? Little kids?
Little kids who like
Is
football.
this in the same town that Chip Kelly built?
No, little kids like football who, that play in their backyard. They're like, well, Oregon State has some cool looking jerseys too.
Get those little kids, little Oregon State
That is
fans
never the
away
way-
from Chip
yeah,
Kelly.
that is
Old
never
man
the way
Chip. Gosh, all the kids are talking to old man Chip again. Get him away.
Yeah. That's never the way it used to be. And it's not the way it should be, Mario Cristobal. Dominate.
Okay, so you want to... We're reeling this back in. Just I'm pulling on the fishing wire. You want Oregon to be more of a dominant team than what they are. Like Ohio State's win against Indiana, like a win's a win. That's like Oregon every week. You think?
Yes, with teams that aren't in the top 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like UCLA.
Yeah.
But it's old man Chip is coaching that team.
Yeah, but last week it was Washington State, who I was personally high on. But they're awful.
Right. All right, we're moving on. So Ritter in Cincinnati, they slipped past UCF. Guys, I called this.
You called what?
I called that UCF. They won. They lost by 3 points. I didn't say they'd win. So everything I said last week about UCF was correct among go. I said that UCF would not win, but they would be close. And you were like, wow, that is the hottest take I've ever heard. And you were wrong. I was not wrong. They lost by 3. Come on. You were like, yeah,
Okay.
you were like, you gave me this look that the people listening couldn't see, and it haunted me.
Yeah, well, okay, so I was expecting Cincinnati to rout them in a way that people were going to be like, wow, this team is maybe the best team in Ohio. Just kidding. No one thought that. But UCF was probably the toughest game on their schedule. UCF always plays people hard. This is a team that used to be like the king of the conference. And now here's Cincinnati, who is killing everybody. They don't even look human, and then boom, they look human.
Yeah, because of UCF, I called that, man.
Yeah, because UCF is a very good football team, and they showed that Cincinnati probably cannot compete in the playoff. They probably shouldn't be in the playoff, but they could be a New Year's Six team that ends up playing Texas A&M or something. That was
and winning. If it's Texas A&M.
If it's Texas A&M, then yeah, sure, winning. But okay, I think BYU would beat this team.
This is Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think
Really?
BYU's on a different level.
I mean, but against who they're playing against?
BYU's got a bunch of 25-year-olds.
That's true. We've talked about
They go
that.
off to war, they come back, and they're like, hey, let's play some football.
And then are they the monks? No,
Yeah, the guy who started the whole Latter-day Saints thing, that was Brigham Young. BYU.
that's not monks. What is that?
That's the Mormons.
Mormons.
Monks, Mormons.
Goodness sake. Is that all you have to say, Silas, about
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So,
UCF? I've said my piece.
yeah,
I called it.
Cincinnati, that was the game that's like, okay, we won on the road, good win.
It's unfortunate for Cincinnati because I feel like even though they won by 3, like against a good UCF team, yeah, I said it, good UCF team.
Yeah.
I think like that win, like okay, Cincinnati since they only won by 3 is what I was trying to say. Like because it was only a 3-point differential.
Yeah, let me
they're
put
out
this,
of the playoff.
Yeah, let me put this into words for you. They needed to win. If they were going to have any chance, they needed to kill everybody. By like double digits.
Yeah, and 3 is not double digits.
No, 3 is not.
But that's unfortunate for Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, it's not fair to them, and it wasn't fair to UCF 3 years ago.
But I don't want to see them in the play. Like I don't want to see that because I feel like that would be like, it would be like when they put Michigan State in there and it was just yuck.
Well, Michigan State shouldn't have been in there. Ask Michael Thomas.
But yeah, okay. We're gonna do our top 10 now because we skipped it.
Okay.
And that's how we're gonna close out 1st and 10.
Okay.
We did like a reverse thing.
Yeah.
So you want me to share mine?
Go ahead and share.
I'm gonna. Thank you. Number 10, I've got Northwestern.
Me too.
What? You're not supposed to spoil yours yet.
Well, let's just see how much we agree on.
Okay. Number 9, I've got Oregon.
No.
Okay. Well, that didn't last long, did it?
No.
I don't like them there. Obviously, you don't like them there. You have expressed how you think they're gonna lose every week, according to you.
Yeah.
But they haven't done that yet. So I've got them at 9. Number 8, Texas A&M.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, we were supposed to say if we agree or not.
Okay.
No.
Well, I have them at 8.
Okay.
It's better than putting them at 7.
You're right.
Okay. 7, BYU.
No.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Cincinnati at 6. You know what? Stop talking. I want to finish my 1st and 10. So, shush. 6, I've got Cincinnati. 5, Florida, which is my least favorite 5 spot of all time.
5 is a pretty spot. And it does not belong to Florida.
That's true, but like I don't want to put Cincinnati there with only winning by 3 to UCF, in which I called. 4, Clemson. 3, Notre Dame. That means, yes, it does. I've got Ohio State above them. People aren't gonna like that. But I mean, I think if head-to-head, if Ohio State were to play Notre Dame, Ohio State's going to win. And then number 1, Alabama. Silas, you're allowed to talk now.
I just want to apologize because I do not have Northwestern at 10.
So we didn't agree on anything? What was that?
I have Northwestern at 9.
Whoa.
Dude.
Dude.
It hurts me to see all those SEC teams up there and only have like one Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Because they're all just... You look at... you. I'm over here spazzing out because you look at the bottom of the Big Ten East.
Yeah.
This used to be the top.
What?
Regarding Ohio State. Number 8. No. It would be like number 5. Michigan State. 6. Michigan. 7. Penn State. What?
What?
Those are teams that were up there with Ohio State. It would be Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, Michigan. There it is. Boom. Those 4.
Yeah,
and
they're
then
at
the
the
rest.
bottom.
And yeah, there's Indiana, Rutgers, Maryland. Like, what is this? But anyways, yeah. So, number 10, I got Miami.
Okay.
Remember them?
Who?
Remember them, Miami?
Never heard of them.
Okay. And then, yeah, I just think they're playing a little bit better than Oregon. I'm not sold on Oregon at all. And I even more so USC. So, like, anybody looking for them to be in the top 10,
It's just not going to happen on your part.
good luck, yeah. So, Miami is, like, the best ACC team that's not good.
I'm just letting you continue here.
Yeah. And then number 9, I've got Northwestern. Number 8, I've got Cincinnati.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they're not as good as BYU, and I don't think they're as good as the SEC teams. I think they lose to all 3 of them. That goes right in.
Even Texas A&M?
Yeah, Texas A&M playing good ball. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
The Jimbo train.
Stop. Don't say that again.
Number 7, Florida.
Okay.
Vanderbilt, come on.
Yeah, but they did win by a good margin then.
Yeah, but it was like 17-10 at halftime to Vanderbilt. 0-7.
Okay. Doesn't do it for you.
No, it doesn't. Number 6, BYU.
Wow.
Like most of my rankings have been Florida A&M, but no, BYU slips in there.
They split in between. Like,
Yeah, they broke it up.
yeah.
Number 5, Texas A&M. Number 4, Clemson. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 2, Notre Dame. And number 1, Alabama. The whole Notre Dame-Ohio State thing that you had, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
But Notre Dame beat Clemson. Ohio State beat Indiana. There's a little bit of a margin there.
I understand that. That's why I said head-to-head, Ohio State beats Notre Dame pretty easily, too.
Okay, yeah. I'm assuming you're going off the quarterback play.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole Justin Fields is way better than Ian Book.
Way.
Way better. Yeah, there's a difference there.
Yeah, absolutely. I just feel like Ohio State and Notre Dame, like Notre Dame's, they're doing excellent. I feel like Notre Dame, when they're usually up there, like higher ranked in years past, they don't deserve it, and it shows. I think this year they are better than, this is a better program for Notre Dame, but still Ohio State has them easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so that concludes First and 10. Holy crap, that was insane.
You didn't like it?
What do you mean?
You didn't like First and 10?
No, I was just saying. I just said holy crap because that was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I do want to say now would be a perfect time to share our sponsor of the week for this episode, and it's absolutely nobody.
Thanks for sponsoring.
Yeah. Well, podcasts, they always have sponsors, and we don't have any.
No.
So I just thought we'd share. We have
Is this-
nothing.
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
Is this Owen secretly asking, sponsor me?
No, of course not. Silas, you ready to gain 2 yards?
Does it have to be 2 again?
Yes, it's going to be 2nd and 8. Let's do it. Welcome to 2nd and 8 on the Miller Mites podcast. And we're going to start with Silas's eye-popping play of the week. I was thinking we need to have you, say Silas's eye-popping play of the week in a very, heroic way, and then maybe add some reverb to it.
You want me to?
Do it.
Silas's eye-popping play of the week.
Yes, it was perfect. I love it.
Yeah, we gotta have some like fireworks.
You want?
Unfortunately,
I think the
we've already
fireworks-
talked about my play of the week.
I think the.
I was ticked inside.
Excuse me. I think the fireworks is too much. All right, go ahead. What we already talked about? it?
Yeah, I was a little bit like ticked inside.
Was it the wave?
I was low key ticked.
Was it Spencer Rattler's wave?
No,
Dang it!
that was not even a play. That was on the sideline.
I know
It was Sean Wade's wave. As he waddled into the end zone.
you called it.
Yeah, I called it. I was like, my eyes were bulging out of my skin.
Yeah, if you could have seen him, his eyes actually bulged out.
Yeah, and you know, like I'm in Ohio and I'm an Ohio State fan.
Don't say that. We're unbiased.
Exposed.
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, so the score was like 35-21 and Indiana was starting to be like, hey guys, we're still in this thing.
creeping back.
Yeah, and then Sean Wade was like, no, I'm a first round pick.
Boom. So that is your eye-popping play of the week.
Yeah, and it was like 41-21, and then my dad was like, you know, that's the game. I was like, yeah.
It wasn't,
No, it wasn't.
but it was still eye-popping.
That was eye popping. That whole like they came back again. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That also here's
Okay.
a bonus. Ohio State secondary is an eye popping play of the week.
That's what we're talking about next.
Oh,
Look at that. What a great transition into our next topics. Ohio State secondary and the issues that come with it.
yeah. So I think it's safe to say that Ohio State's defense last year was kind of good.
That's very safe.
Do you think it's a safe call?
Call it.
They were good. Called it.
Safe.
They had this guy on their defensive line. His name happens to be Chase Young. Plays the violin. Look it up. Anyways, he was good. And then they had these two guys on the outside. The one's name was Damon Arnett.
I'm just envisioning Chase Young playing a violin.
Why?
Okay, you said David Arnett.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Those two happen to be taken in the first round, actually. That's good. And then they had this guy. He also happened to be taken in the first round, top 5 actually. No one knows why.
What do you mean?
His name happens to be Jeff Okuda. Boy, was he good. That's why. If you're
stupendous.
yeah,
DBU.
that's right. LSU or DBU. Anyways, you see how I rhymed that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. They lost every one of those guys. Hence the old first round thing. Yeah, they're gone. And they're making bank. So, now these other guys have to step up. Oh, hi there, Seven Banks. Oh, hi there, Jonathan Cooper. Oh, hi there, Sean Wade. They're learning. They're developing. They need time. And that's the good news. The bad news, they're developing very slowly.
Very slowly. Yes.
Yeah.
Very slowly and in game.
Yeah. They're not looking at the ball. It's like there's so much maturity with those guys last year, and these guys need to learn that. I feel like I want to just call up Damon Arnett and be like, hey, call Sean Wade and tell him to look at the ball.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because they're friends.
Just grab your phone, just dial him up. Hey man, come on. It's like you need to give him some tips.
Yes, please. And then I think the we'll call it Silas's clicker of the week. You know,
Silas's clicker of the week.
yeah.
Say it.
Silas's clicker of the week.
Fireworks.
Yeah. Last year, we had this defensive coordinator named Jeff Hafley. And this guy decided to coach the Boston College Eagles. And they're actually kind of good. You know, they played Notre Dame tough. They played Clemson tough. And yeah, he was pretty good at defense.
Yeah, well, not tough enough.
Here comes Kerry Combs, who, when we had, you know, not saying Kerry Combs is bad, but when
We met Kerry Combs.
when we gave up 52 to Maryland, Kerry Combs, actually no, it was the year before.
Okay.
When we lost to Iowa, gave up like 56.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. He was our defensive coordinator. Well, he's back, and these bad habits that we used to have are coming back. And it's like, guy, what is this? You know, we had this defense. We had all these good habits. Don't bring this back to Buckeye land, you know? And, I mean, yeah, they're going to be fine. It's hard to score with Ohio State. Indiana was lucky that Justin Fields was just, like, off the mark.
Yeah.
So, and they still put up 42.
With the turnovers, definitely. I mean, they didn't capitalize on a couple of them. They still. Could you imagine if they did though? Like if Indiana scored on a couple of those turnovers.
Yeah.
So luckily that didn't happen for Ohio State, but yeah, I definitely see with Gary Combs being back, there are issues that we had in the Urban Meyer era, defensively, that were not there last year and are slowly creeping back this year, and it's haunting.
It is, but we'll be fine. That's like, I can't say that enough. We will be fine. Buckeyes, you'll be fine.
Silas, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving is on Thursday. This weekend is our Thanksgiving.
Don't listen to this on Thursday. If it's Thursday, turn it off.
What are you doing, man?
Dude,
What are you doing?
go spend time with your family. If you don't have a family, go spend time with your dog. And if you don't have a dog, something's wrong.
What? Our very small fan base, you were just trashing a good portion of them.
No, it's Thanksgiving, guys.
Yes, all I was doing was wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Our Thanksgiving feast for this weekend. Who's taking home the Egg Bowl is what I was trying to say.
I forgot about that.
Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
Yeah. What a great game. Guys, that was sarcastic.
What are you talking about?
This game...
It's a great game.
This game... If this was a great game,
It's the Egg Bowl.
it was the most embarrassing game of the year last year.
Hence, Egg Bowl.
Yeah. Anyone, raise your hand if you remember Ole Miss's player peeing. Yes, peeing. Acting like he was peeing.
Urinating?
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was a dog. He was acting like a dog, and he urinated. They lost the game because of it. That's Ole Miss for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say much more than that. They brought in two good coaches. That's the highlight moment here. You got Mike Leach. Oh, wow. You beat LSU. They look real good. Then they lose their next 4 games.
Yeah. My voice just cracked.
That's all right. Don't worry. That's what Mike Leach does.
Voice cracks?
Yes.
I did it on purpose.
Oh. And then Lane Kiffin comes in. And he's like, oh, wow. We almost beat Alabama. Let's go lose 2 games. Actually, they lost to Alabama, so that's 3 games. Oh, boy. This isn't good. I don't know who to choose. But
Who you got taking home the Egg Bowl, Silas? You're so freaking sarcastic tonight. Who you got taking home? Drum roll.
Ole Miss.
There go the fireworks. You got Ole Miss over Mississippi State.
Yeah, Ole Miss is...
I don't like that pick.
What?
I don't know.
Ole Miss can score points at least. Mississippi State's averaging like 5 points a game. How does that even work?
It is football.
Yeah,
You score 6 on a touchdown.
that's not good.
No, 5. That's not even...
Things to look out for. Mississippi State won't run the ball,
Okay.
and they won't guard the ball. Ole Miss won't guard the ball. They can't play defense, and they can't play offense, so this is just going to be awful. I don't even know if I'll watch. I might watch the NFL over this.
Don't you dare.
I might.
Oh, my goodness. So Friday's matchups. Good ones.
Yeah.
Notre Dame at UNC.
Yeah. North Carolina. All seriousness, because tonight hasn't been serious at all.
No, it hasn't.
North Carolina will win this football game.
Stop it.
I told you, all seriousness.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have Notre Dame at 2, might I remind you. Like as in the second best team in the nation.
Yeah.
And might I remind you, North Carolina is not in your top 10.
They're not in my top 25. So?
Okay.
Look. Mac Brown or Brian Kelly. Who you got? Come on. This is a statement win for the Tar Heels. Who says they can't be a football school?
I can't tell if you're being all serious.
I'm serious.
Okay, I believe you.
North Carolina will win, and it's going to be by 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Notre Dame can't score with this team. And if they do, they'll be up by like 3 touchdowns, and then here comes North Carolina. You saw the Wake Forest game 2 weeks ago. You remember it.
I do.
Yeah. That North Carolina just sticks around until they win. Better quarterback? Check. Better defense? No, that's not. No check there. Anyways, North Carolina will win this football game. There you go.
Wow. Check it out on Friday. Notre Dame, North Carolina. Iowa State versus Texas is also that day. I don't know. I don't really like those teams.
Nah.
They're not very fun to watch.
No.
So,
Yeah. Iowa State is the better football team. Better quarterback? Iowa State. I'd say, yeah. They just shut out Kansas State. I think we're going to talk about that a little later. Mm-hmm. But they literally just shut out Kansas State. I was shocked. I was, like, blown away. I think they're playing really good football. After 3 weeks ago, they lost to Oklahoma State. Or 4 weeks ago, they lost to Oklahoma State. And after that, they've been playing great. I think they have the better coach. I think Tom Herman is prone to lose these type of games. And I think Iowa State is on their way to a Big 12 championship. So congratulations.
all right. I like it. It's going to be, even before Saturday, there's going to be good games.
Yeah, I think it's at Texas, which helps them. But, yeah, I think Iowa State is playing better football right now. And I think they're going to get the victory.
I agree. All right, so that concludes 2nd and 8. We are just taking our time today. But I'm having fun talking to you.
I'm glad you're having fun.
That's usually where you say, like, you're having fun back.
I'm having fun back.
There it is. Third and 4. We're going to talk about Purdue's loss is the first thing we're going to talk about. I'm going to be doing some trivia questions, which is new.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go.
I do.
My college... You do? Stop. My college football knowledge is not where it should be if we're doing trivia questions, so that'll be interesting. And then we're going to talk about how Iowa State shut out Kansas State. None of us saw that coming. So, Silas, let's talk about Purdue's loss.
Yeah. I'm just going, to say, Purdue fans, and I know one of my best friends is a Purdue fan. I'm sorry, because you guys didn't deserve to lose that game. The refs blew it for you. Now, when I was watching the Ohio State-Clemson game last year, and the refs blew it for them, no one apologized to me. No one, except my grandma. But I didn't want to hear it at the time. So Purdue fans, the refs blew it for you. And I am sorry. You didn't deserve it. You did everything right. Minnesota was feeling bad for themselves, so they paid the refs. Because that's what it felt like. Because that was an awful call. Offensive pass interference. What? You watch the play, Owen. You'll see.
Okay.
Purdue won the game. And their coach, I saw it earlier, he's like, we're just going to have to look past it. You should have seen him on the sideline. He was going ballistic.
I would have been.
Yeah, it was...
It sucks when it comes down to that.
Yeah, it's not right.
Right.
It's not right at all. Like, Purdue didn't deserve it. I mean, I can't say that enough. I mean, congratulations, Minnesota. You're 2-3. You're actually 1-4.
You lost to Michigan.
Not going to live that one down.
Yeah, that's not good.
How does Michigan always get trashed every single time?
Every single time what?
We talk. Michigan somehow gets brought up. I tried to avoid them when making the slate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here they are.
I did it. It's my fault.
No, don't worry about it. I'm okay.
I wanted to... It actually makes me think. I've got a buddy, one of my closest friends who's my mentor, Donnie Sanchez. I was in a really deep conversation with him this week about Akron football. the Akron Zips, they just lost pretty bad to Kent State, who is actually undefeated. So this guy lives in Rubber City, Highland Square. So he tries to support as much as you can support the Rubber City Zippers. But I mean, I feel bad for the guy. He's really knowledgeable, and he knows a lot about like the history of Akron, and they were actually a really good program apparently. And the reason I'm saying all this is because right now they have a head coach who I believe was only like previous experience was at Chattanooga.
What are you talking about? Chattanooga's a powerhouse.
Stop.
Okay, I will stop.
Okay, thank you. And they haven't won a game yet. They've only played a couple games though. And I guess you could say with like COVID and stuff, there's an excuse. But no, this guy doesn't know how to win a football game. If Akron were to find a way to win ball games, get a new guy in there to win ball games, this is what he said. These are his words. They could be back in bowl games again. So first step, Akron football, according to my friend Donnie, get a new freaking coach. Speaking of winning ball games, Michigan.
Dude, you did it again.
I had this planned. Michigan won their first win since against Minnesota.
Their 2 wins are
What was it?
statements.
Triple overtime against Rutgers. Harbaugh was, you could just see, I went to bed. I didn't watch it. By the time they were in triple overtime. When it ended regulation, I went to bed. But I woke up to the power of the smile Jim Harbaugh had on his face after that win. It was like an earthquake. I was like, oh my gosh. Whoa. Why am I waking? Oh, Michigan must have won. So that's what happened. That was all I had to say. The whole reason I brought up Akron, I had to give a shout out to my friend Donnie. What's up, Donnie? And the fact that Michigan, they won. So that's,
I will say one thing.
okay.
If Jim
what?
Sorry, I had a stroke. If Jim Harbaugh has
Jim
a smile
Ballhar.
that big when beating Rutgers,
Yeah.
then Michigan is doing something wrong.
Yep. Exactly. It's a good way of putting it.
There.
Your heartwarming apology to Purdue. I appreciate that. Let's move on to trivia. What do you have for me, Silas?
Yes. All right.
Trivia time.
It's trivia time.
Fireworks.
All right. Question 1 for you and the folks. Chuba Hubbard and J.K. Dobbins both rushed for over 2,000 yards last season. Name 3 other running backs who have rushed for this much in the past.
3?
Here's your hint. TCU, Michigan State, Oklahoma State.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I seriously don't know.
The entire crowd through that mic right there just went, oh, I know this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Are you trying to embarrass me?
No.
Okay.
Just name one.
Just name one.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders.
There you go. That's one.
Okay. Michigan State. Testing my luck.
Okay.
No, I have no idea. My voice cracks again. What was the other team?
TCU.
Gosh. You know what? I'm just going to take the one. Barry Sanders is one of those.
Yeah.
Who else?
Do you know any running backs from TCU?
No.
LaDainian Tomlinson ring a bell? Wow.
I'm sorry, who?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
How many L's are in that name?
A lot? Well, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was good. And then Michigan State had Lorenzo White.
Oh, okay. I recognize that.
Yeah, kind of like Lorenzo Wright. Played in the NBA. All right.
That's true.
Yeah, my phone's about to die.
Give them to me quick.
All right. Here's question 2.
Okay.
Which team has the highest winning percentage in all of the FBS
Of all time?
of all time? Hint. It's in the Big Ten.
Really? Michigan.
Ding, ding, ding.
Really?
It's the Wolverines.
Wow. I was like, it's either them or Penn State.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It was Michigan. I got that
Yeah,
right.
that percentage just keeps going down this year.
Silas, did you know that Michigan just beat Rutgers in triple overtime?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That percentage just went up. Think about that.
Think about it.
All right, we have one more question.
Okay. I'm on a roll.
Who has more wins in this series? Navy or Army? Take a minute to think about it.
Okay. Can I phone a friend? I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
I'm not phoning a friend.
Okay. Why'd you ask that?
Navy or Army? Okay. I feel like Navy. I'm gonna go with Army because I almost said Navy.
That is incorrect. It
Ah.
would be the Navy
I should have went with my gut.
midshipmen. The series is 60-52 with 7 ties. That tells you how long the series has been going.
Oh my goodness.
7 ties.
I didn't know.
Here's a bonus question before we.
Oh my goodness.
Here's a bonus question.
Okay.
What month is this game always played? Now come on, it's the Army Navy game.
Army Navy.
It's always an odd time of the year.
Yeah. January.
It would be December.
I was doing so well.
You did good. You got like
I'm sorry.
You got like 2/6 of the whole trivia.
But now, if anyone were to ask me those questions, though, I would get them all right.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Just never try and say LaDainian Tomlinson.
Sorry, I did it.
That's all I had for you.
Iowa State shuts out Kansas State.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
No one did, I don't think.
I think my upset of the week last week was Kansas State over Iowa State, and man, was I wrong.
Yeah, I mean we're all wrong sometimes. I mean I decided that Oklahoma State was going to win, and that didn't work. The Big 12, you can't really choose.
Is it because
it's
they're
up
trash?
for grabs. Well, it's
kidding.
very even.
Oh, okay, that makes
It's
sense.
it's like up for grabs. Who knows if Iowa State or Kansas State's going to win? Who knows if Kansas State or Oklahoma State or any of the TCU, Baylor, those are all Texas Tech. Those are all just even schools regarding Oklahoma and Texas. And you really don't know. So that, I mean, there's no shame in you picking them and then they get beat by 45. There's no shame in that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hats off to Iowa State. You got a big game this week. If you win here, you're going. They're going to the Big 12 championship. And that's exciting to see because I'm sick of seeing Oklahoma and Texas.
That's true. Me too.
Yeah, but hey, last year Baylor went. Should they have been there? I don't know. But should Iowa State be going? I don't know.
Wait, am I losing my mind? Wasn't the Baylor Oklahoma game close?
Very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should have been there.
But should have Oklahoma even been there?
Oh,
Should they even have had one? Because Oklahoma ended up going to the playoff, and
that's old news. That's old news.
yeah, that is very old news. And he got whooped to Joey Burrow, who hurt his ACL and his MCL. Prayers go to that man.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, rookie year. He's having a good rookie year, even though they can't win a game. But yeah, that no one ever wants to see that.
Absolutely.
So
That concludes 3rd and 4. We're moving on. 4th and goal. What do
yeah,
we
a
do?
solemn end to our 3rd and 4. It was very emotional there.
Yeah,
for
it
a
was.
second.
Yeah, it
It's kind of like wow.
It was like the mid-season finale usually always does that of like TV shows.
Yeah, or like the Masters. It's always like
I'm sorry, that is not at all what I was thinking.
yeah, it's kind of like at the Masters, and it goes to commercial,
Oh, yeah.
and it's kind of just real quiet and solemn.
Well, that's golf. I was thinking, mid-season finale,
Well-
like one of your favorite characters is killed off, and you're just freaking over there about the Masters. I mean, who are you? I'm kidding.
Let's go to 4th down.
Okay, let's do it. Fourth and goal. Let's do our Hail Marys, hot takes, and upsets. And then we'll call it quits.
Yeah. Wait, you want me to say something? I thought you were gonna keep going.
No, that was it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Someone lost 63-3 this week. Hey, they're in the same state as Moorhead. That would be Kentucky.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Kentucky is known for being a basketball school, and I was watching that game, and the score was 7-3 at one point, and I was like, wow. I remember looking at you.
Yeah.
Remember, it was 7-3, and I was like, they should be playing Terry Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Then I changed the channel, come back, and it's 35-3, and I'm like, oh boy. That ended quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Bounce back week for the Kentucky Wildcats. And I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm going to say that this game is close. Kentucky at Florida. Give me a close game.
Wow.
Florida struggled with Vanderbilt, guys. So, yes, Kentucky has a chance to keep it close. That's my, hot take. So
I like it. I'm not. My Hail Mary is not a upset. I'm not even predicting anything because I'm just giving you a game, and I'm sorry to all the people who are gonna hate me after this, but I'm just throwing a freaking weird game out there. This Saturday at 12 noon on ABC, Penn State will be at Michigan.
what a game it'll be.
Like, what the crap to expect?
But no, like, how about this? How about the Mad Respect? It's on ABC.
That's
Penn
true.
State hasn't won a game.
Yeah.
Michigan has. But
Who's gonna win that game?
I know who. It's not Michigan.
No, don't.
I promise.
Okay, Penn State, they have lost their will to play the game of football. Listen, the tight end, their tight end, I forget his name.
Freiermuth, yeah.
That's it. Okay, he's out for the season.
So?
Which is, I feel like even after every loss that they have, they keep getting punched in the face. Okay, and Freiermuth is out. That was boom, a punch.
Yeah.
And now they have to play Michigan, coming off a huge win against
well,
Rutgers.
Yeah. I'll throw the stats at you though. Michigan's only 2 wins this year are on the road at night. Every time they played at noon at home, they've lost. I think it's only been like once.
You pulled that card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't.
here comes Penn State. They can't win in the big house. Michigan can't win in the big house. How sad is that?
I think. Here's my prediction. I said I wasn't going to predict. Here's my prediction. I predict that no one will score for 8 quarters.
Wait.
I think
This is supposed to be a prediction.
it is a prediction. I
It
don't
wasn't
think.
supposed to be a fantasy novel.
I think. Gosh. No. Either no one will score for 8 quarters, or it will be tied 3-3 in 4th quadruple or overtime. And then what they'll do, I don't know what the rule is.
Dude,
but
they can kick field goals.
Well, by the time they get to the 7th overtime, they will just be what, like you said, kicking field goals from each other's 50, and whoever comes closest.
It doesn't work like that though.
Who-
It's the red zone. They have to.
No, I'm telling you, there's somewhere in a rule book by when you get to an overtime that's like when it's 8:00 at night and they're still playing, they're gonna be kicking field goals from each other's 50, and whoever comes closest.
But listen, you think they're gonna get sacked and sacked and sacked, and then they're gonna kick it? You realize it's from the 25.
What?
They're gonna kick field goals.
Yeah.
It hits off the upright again. Here we go.
I'm telling you, they want the game to be over with. They're ready to go home.
So they're just not gonna kick field goals.
They're gonna put the ball on the 50, and they're gonna be kicking field goals. And whoever makes more in under 2 minutes, or whoever comes closest to the actual goal.
No kicker in the NFL can kick it from the 50.
That's why I said whoever comes closest, Silas. I'm talking. It's 8:00 at night. The game started at 12. That's my prediction. That's my Hail Mary. Okay, you could love it or hate it.
Well, I mean, here's the good news for them as we wrap this up.
Okay.
I think this is a good way to wrap this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michigan and Penn State are blessed that they do not have fans at their stadium. And this is why. Because if this was a normal year and they actually, let's say they did allow fans to be there, no one would show up. It'd be like, oh my gosh, they don't have fans. But this year it's like,
I don't know. Come on, Penn State fans, they would show up. They would show up if they were 0-12. Okay, just because that's just Penn State. Okay, Michigan is the same way. I feel like they have very devoted fan bases, and we can laugh and kid all we want about the season these two are having. They have beaten huge teams. They're two of the best programs of all
Out there,
time in
yeah.
college football history. They would have fans show up to watch their games, even if they are kicking field goals from the 50. Whoever comes closest wins.
I wonder if one would actually make it. I know, like Penagard, he's actually a pretty good kicker.
I'm sure they would miss.
They'd have guys back there catching it and throwing it over the thing.
Yeah, it would go down in the books as one of the most memorable games of all time.
This might be one of the most watched games at noon on Saturday, to be honest with you. Like, people are going to tune in to see how bad this game actually might be.
It could go the way I think. It very well might not, but I'm excited to see this train wreck of a game.
Yeah.
So that was my Hail Mary. Silas, you have anything you want to say?
Nope, I think I'm good. I'm excited for another good week of football. I know this was an odd podcast.
Yeah, I apologize.
No, I was the one doing all the crazy.
You were I liked it though.
But it was an emotional podcast.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can't just sit there and act like things are okay when you're not okay.
are you not okay?
Well,
You've been all over the place. Like you're funny, and then you're apologizing on the verge of tears. You're angry as crap about the Bedlam game, and now you are saying you're not okay. Are you okay, Silas?
no, I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yes, I'm okay. I just, some of these games haven't gone my way. And that's what college football is all about, because in 20 years, it ain't going to matter.
On that note, thank you for listening to the Miller Mites podcast. We had a great time today. I apologize to those who actually made it to this point. Thank you for listening. We love you guys. Be safe out there. Have a happy Thanksgiving. See ya.